guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to take a look at this Mechikabura, and we are going to take a look at AGL Towa with her EZA. So this is going to be another one of my Dragon Ball Heroes double features. There was just so many units. I'm just doing a lot of these showcases in pairs, still trying to get them out to you guys. I know it's a little bit later, we're kind of getting deeper into like the Christmas celebration and stuff, but I still think it's really fun to look at these units. I'm loving the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration. It was so fantastic. So let's go ahead and take a look at Mechikabura here. So he is a crossover 130 lead, which is decent. That is runnable. You can bring him if he's all you got, and then bring a Vegito friend. His passive is he infinitely stacks attack, does supreme damage, and lowers attack and defense. His passive is attack and defense 150, plus an additional attack and defense 80 while performing a super, plus 20% attack and defense with a nuking ability per key sphere, right? So the thing with Mechikabura is that most nuking units, like, nuking is their thing. Like, that's all their damage. Like, you take the nuking out of there, and the 150 plus an additional 80, like, that's decent. But then he's getting the nuke on top of it. Plus, depending on the type of orbs you grab, he gets more. So ideally with this guy, you want to grab AGL key spheres. If you grab at least 2 AGL key spheres, he's going to get 80% attack and defense. If you grab STR or physical, he only gets the 80% attack. And if you grab tech or int, he only gets the 80% defense. So ideally, you want to try to get AGL orbs whenever possible. And then he recovers 8% HP per rainbow key sphere. So all in all, that's a fantastic passive. He has a high ceiling potential for attack. Because his whole passive doesn't ride on the nuking, he's going to have a fairly decent floor as well, which I think really sets this guy apart from other nukers. The fact that even if you only grab the 2 orbs, he's not going to be like dead weight. Like, he's still going to put up decent numbers, right? Which I really like. Low key, if you can get them together on a team, this guy with AGL Rildo is a really good combo, because AGL Rildo is a 50% extreme class AGL support, and he's making AGL orbs for Mechikabura. So them together is a ridiculous combo. Now I'm going to run the crossover team, which Rildo doesn't fit on. But if you're running, like, I think you could get them together on like Cooler's Terrifying Conquerors team. But any team you can get those two together, definitely try it out. Rildo is getting dated, but I'm hoping those 50% supports will get an update at some point, right? So I went all in additional on Mechikabura. I think some crit is good on him as well, but he's an attack stacker, so I figured why not get the additionals, try to stack that attack up. I do have him somewhat link leveled. The big one here is Big Bad Bosses. I only have it at level 7, but we'll try to lower our health during the video to make sure we can get that active at some point. And you can see he is on a fairly good amount of teams, right? The other unit we're going to be showing off today is AGL Towa. My Mechikabura, by the way, is only 79%. He was the unluckiest one I was with, because basically I rainbowed everything except Mechikabura's at 79% and Robel's at 90%. But otherwise, I rainbowed everything else on the banner. And actually, Int Pan, I rainbowed her plus her SSR, so I got 10 copies of Pan. So I'm good. I don't need to go back in on the banners. Mechikabura is cool, but he's not cool enough that I need to dive even deeper on there to get the rainbow. It's something I can look forward to in future years, right? Darkness Towa, she just got her EZA in the Hero Celebration. She's a very valuable, ridiculous support unit, so I think she's definitely a unit worth getting her EZA done. You're going to find a lot of value out of using her, right? So her passive is supreme damage and lowers attack and defense. Keep in mind with a lot of these Heroes units, especially the extreme ones, like debuffing is a theme. Almost all of the extreme ones debuff in some way, whether it's attack, defense, sealing, or stunning. There's a ton of that around, and they really built units like Robel and that Supreme Kai of Time Brainwashed. Like, they really built them around that. So I think that's kind of cool. They kind of got a theme there. Very good effects for Super Battle Road. Her passive is attack and defense 100. She gets an additional attack and defense 100 when there is a super class enemy, which there will be in the video, plus an additional defense 80 when there's an extreme class enemy. We will not get that, but we're getting 100%, which is better. And then she's an extreme class key 3, 40% attack and defense support. To be a generic support for extreme without being tied to a category is amazing, because she herself is on a lot of very good categories that you can get a lot of use out of, right? And then she has this ridiculous thing where if your health falls below 30%, she's going to full heal you 100%, and her passive is going to go up another 60%. So her support on that turn is going to be absolutely wild. It's not something you count on, but it's something that can happen. Now, I've got her with 21 dodge. That's not the way I recommend you build her. That's the old school way of building supports, because old supports were not very defensive, so you just wanted them to kind of give their auras off or their passives off and then just try to dodge attacks so they don't take too much damage. Nowadays, the supports are actually good enough defensively and offensively that you can get damage out of them. So I would just say balance some crit and additional on her and you're good to go. And then I've got her fairly link leveled up as well. But look at the team she's on. So like Battle of Wits, Dragon Ball Heroes, Crossover, Resurrected Warriors, Revenge, and Time Travelers, I would all say have a very healthy amount of extreme units. And on Time Travelers, think of units like Goku Black and Zamasu. Like when all those units get there, because you know there's gonna be like a future / Time Travelers like celebration coming up real soon. I mean, they're already doing androids on JP, right? But they're gonna get into this Trunks Future Saga with Goku Black stuff again, and they're gonna do a bunch of EZAs. They're gonna do a bunch of new units, and how good is that team gonna look with this Towa floating around? 40% supporting them, with the opportunity to full heal you in hard content. Like, she's going to be great. So, if you got this Towa sitting around, get her EZA done while you can, before her EZA event goes away, because she's very, very good. So, here's the team build I'm running. Basically, we're going to pair Mechikabura up with this Demigra, just because they share a lot of key links. I think they've got 5 out of 7 together, and they're going to be sharing really good links like Godly Power, Brainiacs, Big Bad Bosses, Fear and Faith. Just some very nice links that they're going to be sharing. And then we're going to do Towa. AGL Towa with Demon Goddess Towa are actually perfect linking partners. So we're going to be getting 7 out of 7 links. Now keep in mind with the Towas as we're going through here, is they're meant to be floating support units. So they're not meant to be like on rotation units. So don't be surprised if their attack stats don't blow you away. But for showcase purposes, we're going to kind of check it out. Now because Demon Goddess Towa is in slot 7 and AGL Towa is on slot 1, and we have our Demigra Mechikabura rotation already set, it's going to be a while because I'm going to have to float both of those Towas into the next rotation. So it's going to be a while till we see them together, but that's fine because we can kind of see them act as floating supports right now, right? So with Mechikabura, we did grab some AGL orbs. And so Mechikabura is at about 200k defense, start a turn after grabbing orbs. And Demigra is at 152. That's not the worst, right? I honestly haven't taken a good look at Demigra since he's gotten his awakening, so I don't know, maybe he'll surprise me. Mechikabura, 4.4 mil turn 1, and that wasn't a ton of orbs, right? And then the additional for 4.6. So Mechikabura turn 1's like, yeah, I'm just going to put up a 9 mil attack stat. So there you go. 9 mil attack out of Mechikabura turn 1. Not too shabby, 79%. Did not have Big Bad Bosses, by the way. Keep that in mind as well. We are going to try to get that throughout the video at some point. What we'll do here is let's keep Towa on rotation so that she's ready to go with the other Towas once they get here. So this Tech Towa, I didn't really talk about her, but she's like one of the newer awakenings, and she's a decent little support as well. If you're running a full extreme team, she's a 35% attack and defense support 3 key. She's not nearly as good as the AGL Towa, but she doesn't have an EZA yet. So she is also like a good filler, like extreme class support option, depending on the team that you're running, right? Alright, so we got a counter dodge here. Kind of want to actually take some damage here from Mechikabura, so I actually wouldn't have minding eating that right there. I think if we get below 90%, we should be okay, because he is level 7 linked on that Big Bad Bosses, so I think if we get 90% or lower, we should be good on that. So yeah, only 800k from this Towa. So yeah, she's definitely not like a big time attacker, but she did do a little bit of defense debuffing there, and like I said, as a floating support, I think she'll be fine. But yeah, the AGL Towa and Demon Goddess Towa I still think are both better than the Tech one. But once again, depending on your box, like, she's still usable as a support unit. Alright, so this is going to be a good turn for our boy Mechikabura here. Actually, if we went middle slot, we could get all 7 links. Because he does link really well with Demon... Well, actually, no, he doesn't link really well with Demon Goddess Towa. But she's fulfilling the links that he's missing from Demigra here. Yeah, very, very good. So we're going to put our boy in slot 1 here, though, because Goku's about to die, right? So here's 3 AGL orbs. Oh, and you know what, guys? Oh, okay. I'm going to do a cut later in the video because I forgot to put orb changing on here. So when I'm getting to the point that I'm going to wrap up, we'll do an orb change turn and I'll do a cut and add that in at the end of the video because we got to see like the full field what he's doing there, right? So yeah, when we're done with the main showcase, we'll get some orb changing in here. We won't forget about that. So once again, just consistent, right? 4.4. But once again, that's why his passive is so good. He isn't fully dependent on grabbing orbs, so you can just get those minimal orbs. I mean, it's looking like his floor there when he's linked up is about, like, I don't know that he's going to be hitting under 4 mil, which is pretty darn good, actually. Wait, why do these Towas have different names? Towa. Oh, she's Darkness Towa. Yeah, so she actually links up with the Tech one. Sure, let's link her up with the Tech one until we get Int Towa on rotation. That'll be fine. So we can take a look at AGL Towa here. So look at her, start a turn, 265k defense for support unit. I will take that all day. And we'll put her in harm's way here, see how she does. And if we do take damage, that's fine. The Tech Towa actually could eat some damage. She's only 82k defense. I do think she gets 100% on super. Yes, she'll get 100%. Oh no, she's not getting that because we're not all extreme class. So because we've got these Vegetos floating around, right? So yeah, she's gonna be taking some damage, but that's okay because I want to get in Big Bad Boss's range. So let's see what AGL Towa is looking like. I'm really impressed with that 265k defense stat though. Dude, 3 mil? Dude, I just did the showcase on STR Trunks, the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, and he was doing like about 3 mil, and I'm really impressed. When you're a support unit and you're doing like 3 mil, that's fantastic. Now, keep in mind, we've got her linked up really well here. In a normal situation, I would say probably expect more like, I don't know, 2.2, like in that range, because normally she's going to be floating, and you're not really running Towas on rotation to like link with her. So don't expect 3 mil in a typical situation, but for the showcase, that's actually really solid right there. Okay. So the orb's not really working out for us here, but we can still grab 2 AGL. That's the minimum we need. So as long as we get that, we're good. And then after orbs here, we're looking at, yeah, 160k defense. That's solid, right? All right, what's Mechikabura going to do here? I'm guessing 4.4 again? Yeah, 4.3, 4.4. So far, very consistent, and we really haven't hit like that god turn for orbs yet, right? What I'm going to try to do... Yeah, this Demigra 1.4, that's really not there. That's not that great. But I do think, you know, this Demigra and that Tech Towa, the reason why they're a little underwhelming is they were like later awakenings, but they're not like the power creep awakenings. So they'll easy A though at some point and just be like ridiculous, right? But here we go. 7 out of 7 links, right? What I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to leave as many AGL orbs up as possible, to see if we can't do a little bit better here. We'll get rid of those. I mean, yeah, we're not going to be setting up great here, though. All right, well, let's see what AGL Towa is looking like here. Oh, I forgot to grab the defense stat. Almost 4 mil. I mean, this is like a god rotation, though. She's all 7 links, like, triple supported, because every unit on the rotation is supporting. But, you know, like, if you're going all ham on the Towas, I mean, 4 mil is good enough to run on rotation. I didn't check Int Towa, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, she was 2.3. So, like, 2.3 isn't bad for Int Towa either. So, like, I don't know. If you want to run them as rotation, it's not the worst. Int Towa is definitely going to take some damage, though. Yeah, just another one of these turns with 2 piddly orbs here. So, yeah, we'll definitely get the orb changing in. Let me get, like, one more turn, maybe, with Towa, and then we'll do some orb changing with Mechikabura, because I think we've got a pretty good look at him. Yeah, 4.6. So, Mechikabura, basically with getting not very much from his nuking, he's consistently above 4 mil, which is actually quite good. Alright, AGL Towa. What's her defense? Yeah, 300k defense. Dude, for a support unit, this Towa is crazy. And keep in mind, last turn, her defense was probably more like 320k because we had a better support out last turn. That's wild. AGL Towa is real good. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I haven't really tried her out in this setting. I've used her as a floater a few times. But, like, when you're actually featuring her on rotation like this, she's quite good. Yeah, 4 mil. Like, she's a legit on rotation. Like, that's no joke. You could actually, like, 300k defense with a 4 mil attack stat, like, that's legitimate. 2.3 for her's a little underwhelming, but she's, like, sealing and all that, right? So, like, if you're in Super Battle Road, and you can kind of protect the Int Towa, or, you know, run HL Towa with another unit, like someone like a Mechikabura that maybe they don't link up perfect, but that would probably work fine, too. You don't have to have the perfect linking partner, but yeah, she's looking pretty good there. All right, let's just get one more turn. Sure, let's do one more turn with Mechikabura here and Demigra, and then we'll jump to an orb changing turn. 130k defense. We'll grab 3 Int orbs, so 200k defense. Int, he's not going to get the extra attack buff, so I believe we're going to dip below 4 mil here. Yeah, keep in mind, that was with AGL orbs every time I was grabbing. So, wait, 5 mil? Oh, that's right. Okay, I gotta catch myself here. He's stacking attack, right? So that's the other thing you have to remember. He's constantly stacking attack up, so that attack is just going to keep shooting up and up and up. So what are we on? We're on turn 9. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to do a cut. I'm going to get the turn 9 or later with orb changing items with a similar rotation. We're going to take a look at how crazy Mechikabura can get, alright? So hold on quick and we'll just do a quick cut here. Alright guys, we're back and we are going to try some orb changing shenanigans. So I'm going to do 2 turns of orb changing. So I want to get Big Bad Bosses active, right? And I realize there's going to be a flaw here. If I go full AGL orbs, I'm going to full heal and I'm going to lose Big Bad Bosses. So I could take the risk that like Demigra could get hurt mid-turn and I could get it back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab just a good amount of these tech orbs because we're still going to get the attack buff on that. So we're going to try a turn with tech orbs, 14 of them, and then I'm going to do a cut and I'll do another turn with full AGL, but most likely not having Big Bad Bosses active. So this is turn 10. Big Bad Bosses active. Oh, because he healed on Rainbow too, but 312k defense. We still have Big Bad Bosses active. Okay, so I'm going to make sure not to grab anything else to heal here. And what does Demigra look like? Turn 10, Big Bad Bosses active, 14 tech orbs. What are we looking at for attack here? So 8.1 mil. So that's pretty good there. 8.1 is pretty solid. Very, very good. And then 8.5 on the additional. And he's continuing to stack attack, right? Wow. Very, very good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do a cut here. And then we're going to do a full AGL set, most likely without Big Bad Bosses. All right. We are back on turn 12 with Mechikabura. So this is 12 turns of attack stacking. Linked up with Demigra. Hopefully Demigra will get hit and we'll get into Big Bad Boss's range. But either way, we are going to get a full field of 23 AGL orbs for Mechikabura. Let's look at his defense after grabbing those orbs. 333k defense. Pretty good, pretty good. And let's see what happens here. Hopefully Demigra takes a big hit here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. A super would have been nice. And then 12, is that 12 mil? What, 12, almost 13 mil? Am I crazy? Yeah, 13 mil on the additional. All right. So 13 mil for Mechikabura. That might have been Big Bad Bosses active as well. Because we were like Link level 7. So that may have been enough damage to get us there. Yeah, I think we might have had Big Bad Bosses there. So there you go. Mechikabura putting up a 12 mil, 13 mil attack stat. I think him and this AGL Towa are absolutely fantastic. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.